Module 1 establishes the cybersecurity mindset. Students must understand why cybersecurity exists, what is being protected, who the threats are, and how risk is defined and managed before touching tools or labs. This module answers one question clearly: what problem does cybersecurity solve? By the end of this module, students will be able to explain what cybersecurity is and why it matters, identify common threats, vulnerabilities, and risks, understand the CIA Triad and its role in security decisions, describe basic cybersecurity roles and domains, explain the concept of risk management in cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is the practice of protecting systems, networks, and data from unauthorized access, misuse, disruption, or destruction. It exists because modern organizations, governments, and individuals depend heavily on digital systems to operate, communicate, and store information. Cybersecurity is not limited to preventing attacks. It also includes detecting incidents, responding effectively, and recovering systems after disruption. It is important to distinguish between information security and cybersecurity. Information security focuses on protecting information in all forms, including digital, paper, and verbal. Cybersecurity specifically focuses on protecting digital environments, such as computers, networks, applications, and cloud systems. Cybersecurity is a business and organizational concern, not just a technical one. A successful attack can disrupt operations, cause financial loss, damage reputation, and result in legal or regulatory penalties. For this reason, cybersecurity decisions are often tied directly to business risk. Understanding what cybersecurity is and what it is not is the first step toward building effective security practices. Purpose: define cybersecurity correctly, no buzzwords. Topics covered: definition of cybersecurity, information security versus cybersecurity, why cybersecurity is critical in modern organizations, real-world impact of cyber incidents, key concepts, protection of systems, networks, and data, prevention, detection, and response, business, government, and personal security. Student deliverable, knowledge check, short quiz. Cybersecurity matters because digital systems are deeply integrated into everyday life and organizational operations. Financial systems, healthcare services, government infrastructure, education platforms, and personal communications all rely on technology that must be protected. Organizations are targeted by cyber attacks because they store valuable assets, such as personal data, financial records, intellectual property, and operational systems. Attackers may be motivated by financial gain, political objectives, espionage, or disruption. The impact of a cyber incident can be severe. Financial losses may result from fraud, ransom payments, or system downtime. Reputational damage can reduce customer trust and long-term viability. Legal and regulatory consequences may follow if sensitive data is exposed or compliance requirements are violated. Cybersecurity is therefore not optional. It is a core requirement for maintaining trust, continuity, and resilience in a digital world. Purpose: introduce the reality of cyber threats. Topics covered: why organizations are targeted, financial, reputational, legal, and operational impact. Cybercrime overview, high level, insider threats versus external threats. Key concepts: attack motivation, target value, opportunity, and exposure. Student deliverable, scenario-based questions. At the foundation of cybersecurity are three core principles known as the CIA Triad: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. These principles guide security decisions across all systems and environments. Confidentiality ensures that information is accessible only to authorized individuals or systems. Controls such as access permissions, authentication mechanisms, and encryption are used to prevent unauthorized disclosure of data. Integrity ensures that data remains accurate, complete, and unaltered except by authorized actions. Integrity controls include checksums, hashing, version control, and change management processes. Availability ensures that systems and data are accessible when needed. Availability is supported through redundancy, backups, failover systems, and protection against denial-of-service attacks. Security decisions often require balancing these three principles. Overemphasizing one can negatively impact the others. Effective cybersecurity maintains an appropriate balance based on organizational needs. Purpose: teach the non-negotiable foundation of security. Topics covered: confidentiality, integrity, availability, balancing the CIA Triad. Key concepts: data protection, system reliability, access control. Examples: confidentiality breach, integrity compromise, availability disruption. Student deliverable, matching or multiple choice quiz. To understand cybersecurity, it is essential to understand the relationship between threats, vulnerabilities, and risk. A threat is any potential cause of an unwanted incident. Threats may come from malicious actors, such as cybercriminals or insiders, or from non-malicious sources, such as system failures or natural disasters. A vulnerability is a weakness in a system, process, or configuration that can be exploited by a threat. Vulnerabilities may exist in software, hardware, networks, or human behavior. Risk is the likelihood that a threat will exploit a vulnerability and the impact that exploitation would have. Risk is commonly expressed as a combination of likelihood and impact. Understanding risk allows organizations to prioritize security efforts and allocate resources effectively. Purpose: introduce the language of cybersecurity risk. Topics covered: what is a threat? What is a vulnerability? What is risk? Relationship between threat, vulnerability, and impact. Key concepts: risk equals threat, vulnerability, impact. Likelihood versus impact, risk prioritization. Student deliverable, risk identification exercise, conceptual. Cyber threats take many forms, but several categories are commonly encountered. Malware includes malicious software such as viruses, worms, trojans, and ransomware. Malware is designed to damage systems, steal data, or disrupt operations. Phishing and social engineering attacks manipulate individuals into revealing sensitive information or performing actions that compromise security. These attacks exploit human behavior rather than technical vulnerabilities. Insider threats occur when trusted individuals misuse their access intentionally or unintentionally. Insider threats are particularly dangerous because insiders often have legitimate access to systems and data. Denial of service attacks attempt to disrupt availability by overwhelming systems or networks with traffic or resource requests. Recognizing threat categories helps security professionals understand attack methods and potential impacts. Purpose: familiarize students with common threat categories. Topics covered: malware, viruses, worms, ransomware, phishing and social engineering, insider threats, denial of service attacks. Key concepts: attack vectors, human factor and security, automation versus manual attacks. No tools yet, concepts only. Risk management is the process of identifying, assessing, and responding to cybersecurity risks in a structured manner. Because it is impossible to eliminate all risk, organizations focus on managing risk to acceptable levels. The risk management process typically includes identifying assets, identifying threats and vulnerabilities, assessing risk, and selecting appropriate responses. Common risk response options include risk acceptance, where the organization acknowledges the risk and chooses to tolerate it. Risk mitigation, where controls are implemented to reduce likelihood or impact. Risk transfer, where risk is shifted to another party, such as through insurance. Risk avoidance, where activities that create risk are discontinued. Risk management ensures that cybersecurity decisions support organizational objectives rather than hindering them. Purpose: show how organizations respond to risk. Topics covered: what is risk management, risk identification, risk assessment, risk response options, accept, mitigate, transfer, avoid. Key concepts: business-driven security decisions, cost versus benefit, risk tolerance. Cybersecurity is a broad field composed of multiple domains, each focusing on different aspects of protection and defense. Governance, risk, and compliance (GRC) focuses on policies, regulations, and risk management. Security operations focuses on monitoring, detection, and incident response. Identity and access management focuses on authentication, authorization, and user lifecycle management. Application and cloud security focus on protecting modern software and infrastructure environments. Cybersecurity professionals often specialize in one or more domains over time. Regardless of specialization, all roles require a strong understanding of cybersecurity fundamentals. This module establishes the baseline knowledge required for future technical modules and hands-on practice. Purpose: connect learning to real roles. Topics covered: security domains overview, high level, GRC, SOC, IAM, cloud security, AppSec, where cybersecurity fits in IT, career progression awareness, key concepts, specialization paths, continuous learning, professional responsibility. Ethics and responsibility are critical components of cybersecurity. Security professionals are entrusted with access to sensitive systems and information and must act with integrity at all times. Cybersecurity tools and techniques must only be used in authorized environments. Testing systems without permission is unethical and illegal. Responsible cybersecurity practice protects users, organizations, and society. Ethical behavior is not optional, it is foundational to the profession.